Hey guys, this is a First Alert SA150LT smoke detector. Now, I don't know why it's taken me this long to do a video of this detector, but anyway, here it is. So, this unit you may recognize. I got this one as part of that big lot that, I unboxed, I think like last year or something like that. And it was actually one of the few that made the lot worthwhile. There was a lot of detectors in that lot, and most of them were either ones I already had or ones that were modern or ones that I just didn't care about. But this one made it worth it. So this is a mid to late 80s model. I believe it's a I think it's like a slightly later 80s model. I don't know exactly. It's not dated. But this is the successor to the SA120, as you can see. And this one features, the thing that both of these feature is they feature the EscapeLight, which was an exclusive thing from BRK and First Alert where... Oh. But anyway, and it was an exclusive thing from BRK and First Alert where featured a light that would, like an emergency light that would light up if when the alarm sounded. And of course you've seen me talk about the SA120 before. So when they switched from the design, this is the 79R design, or SA76RC design, and when they switched from this design to the 83R with the hinged cover, they couldn't really, I guess the hinge wouldn't work there or something like that, or the light just wouldn't work there. I guess it wouldn't work there because of the circuit board, they kind of changed it around a bit. So, and because this one takes 2 batteries, what they did was they put the light in the middle. So I think that's an interesting design. I like the look of these, actually. I don't know which one I like better. I do like the look of the SA120 with the additional sections and vents, and the light down there, but I also like the light being in the middle, so I'm not sure. Another thing that this one features is, if you'll notice, the test button there is golden, gold painted, and that is... this one has the light test feature, which is basically you wave a flashlight. Instead of an LED under the test button, it has like a photo eye. So like what they have in a photoelectric smoke detector. And what you do is you wave a flashlight at it, and it sounds the alarm. So, yeah. Now I'm going to test it really quickly here, because the light test in this one is sensitive, as you just saw. It went off when I lifted it up, because I guess it saw the light from my light, but I'll test it for you now. And I will also, I have a flashlight right here, so I'm going to demonstrate the light test for you. Now, I've shown the light test in my SA90LT video from years ago, but I haven't done it with one of these, so what you do is you just point it at the button and then you just wave it. See, what the photo eye is actually detecting is it's actually detecting a variance of light, I think. It's not actually detecting, because if you just shine it at the button, nothing happens. You have to kind of wave it, actually. So I'm going to turn my light off, and that's as dark as I can get it, because it's still kind of light outside, but I'll test it with the light off. And as you can see, the escape light is really bright. So, turn the light back on. And I'm going to open it up. So here's the inside. And like the SA120, it takes 2 batteries, one for the detector circuit and one for the light. It'll work just fine with just the detector battery, except you won't have the light feature. So, it has the same sensor and horn as the regular SA67D or 83R. It's the later horn with the 3 small holes and the black plastic sensor. The only thing they did is they moved the sensor over a little bit to accommodate for the light. And they made the actual PCB itself a little bit bigger, and added some circuitry on there, of course, to trigger the light. But right there is the test button and the photo eye for the light test. Now, there are models of these that don't have the light test as well. I think that was like SA130C or something. or I can't remember. They made, it's like two different model numbers that they used for those. And one of them is SA130C. I can't remember what the other one is. SA125C maybe? I don't know. But yeah, there's another version of this that has the light test, no escape light, and a silencer button, and that was SA88. I don't have one of those, but my relatives who live up in Boston actually have one of those in their house. And those always had the second-gen smaller cover. And they also made a version of this with the second-gen smaller cover that both with and without light test, and the very latest ones, if you'll notice the top vents here, on the latest ones, only this part was open. These two sections were open, and all these up here were, they were closed. They were just like, the lines and grooves were there, but they weren't actually vents. They were just, you know, kind of cosmetic. And those were the latest before they switched to the SA67B, the smiley face design. Now, yeah, so that's about it. I didn't show you the back of it, but here's the back of it. As you can see, they added a sort of a bump out on the base for the batteries, and the label, SA150LT. Of course, I got this one used, so I don't have a box or a manual for it. But yeah. Notice how still got the pitway underneath the First Alert logo, so that tells you it's a little bit older. Now I don't know, another thing, I don't know if they made ones like this with the escape light that also had the metal false alarm sensor, the older sensor. I have not seen one, so I'm not sure if they did. But be interesting to find one if they did make them. So yeah, also the lamp in these is replaceable. The light bulbs in these and the smiley face versions are all replaceable. It wasn't until they switched to the SA304, I think, which was the one with the one that they still make today, is when they put the lamps that couldn't be replaced, and then they changed to LEDs, of course. So yeah, that's about it for this video. This was a slightly shorter video. I tried to make it a little bit shorter, but that is the First Alert SA150LT smoke detector with light test and escape light. Thank you for watching, and more to come.